Hey, what's up, guys? Antonio Smith here, the Sellionaire, and I'm live with another deal or no deal. This is going to be interesting because someone just sent me a deal from InvestorLift, which is a $5,000. It was $5,000 a couple years ago, and it's a software that helps you find cash buyers. I've had it. I didn't use it actually. Um, but it's a $5,000 software. Not sure if it really works, but I guess you can list some properties on there. But someone sent me a deal in Alabama. It's 45,000, but they cut the price down. It looks like from the text, they're asking was a little less. This was a different deal. Someone else sent me something. Okay, this is a new deal. Okay, so they're asking 45,000 for this deal. It says a 4 bedroom, 2 bath, and you guys can take a look at this deal with me and let me know if it's a deal or no deal. I'm gonna analyze this deal for you. If you want to learn how to find the right deal so that you can profit from either a flip, a wholesale, um, even a even a light rental that you can turn into a rental, you can click on the link and join my free masterclass where I'm going to work with you every Wednesday to help you find the deal. So click on the link if you want to be a part of that. So let's go ahead and hop in here. So this is the address here. It says Dougherty County, Albany, Georgia. Now it looks like, I'm not sure if it's the agent information or the wholesaler's information, but everything's there. And let's hop on here and check it out. Let's check it out. Let's go in here. How do I get to the page here? I want to go to it. Okay, so here we are. Now I don't have my membership now. I haven't used InvestorLift for a while, but let's look at the details. It's good to look at all the details. It says a fixer in hot Albany market. It's only 45,000. You can join their list. I always say you want to add something in there, join the buyer list. You can also click the win, avoid all the bidding, see what they're talking about. They say you can win it now for 47,000. So they're really bold about this deal. So they're saying that it's a 4 bedroom, 2 bath. It is 1475 square feet, built in 47. Estimated rent value is 1,000. You can get in that area. Estimated repairs is 40,000, and the ARV is 120. Now, looking at these deals that are in these small towns, you have to make sure they're in the right area, because if you buy in the wrong area, you're gonna take a big L on the deal. So it's very important that you buy in the right area, down to the right street. Now that's if I'm getting it at 45 and I'm in it at 40,000, I like to leave a little bit of room in there for error, because most of the time the numbers are off. And if they're saying I got to invest 20,000, it's more than likely 60,000. So and it's really close at 120. So we got to see how fast the market's moving out there, and how fast we can sell it as well. So we're looking at the information. They're saying this is what sold recently, 113. Okay, that's good. We got some recent numbers at, I only see one that was sold in 2025 at 113. Let's write that down. Let's start making some notes. I like to pull out a sheet of paper, start making some notes. So at 611 Haley Street, Albany. This one sold at 421, and I'm going to go in there and verify that at 113. Okay. And this one right here sold at, last year. I'm going to check it out as well. But what I like to look for is at least 3 sold on that street in the last year, at least, or the last 6 months. It even makes the deal even hotter. But they're going back a year. So the market may not be right yet, but it may be getting there. So Rosedale, I'll see how far that street is. That one sold at 924 at 129. All right, so residence as is. This one sold at 44, and this one sold at a year, last year. So what they're doing is giving us a wholesale range, and all I can see now is one that sold at 44 as is pending. So we don't really know. So this is what I would call a deal that you want to, maybe there's a trend starting because there's not a lot sold, but maybe there's something coming. So let me see what kind of information is going on. All deals, cash, hard money only. I like to work with everyone, which usually means if you're making money, I'm making money. If you're a realtor, blah, 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 all that stuff. Okay, so nearby deals looks like 36. These are like gunshot little houses. 36 to 54 is what I'm seeing for the most part. And this is where I go on Zillow to kind of help me out here because I'm looking at this area code 3170. 31701. This is in Albany. And I'm going to find out what's going on. This is really a deal or not in this hot Albany market. Tell me about Albany, y'all. And I know this is wrong because, if I'm already buying it at 45 and I got to put 45, I'm already in it at 85. So it's not necessarily a 75K margin. So I got to have a membership to hop in here, but I'm just going to use Google. And I'm going to hop in here. Let's see here what we got. Let's see if I can change the screen here so you guys can see what I'm working with. Share screen. How do I get in there? Stop share on that one. Let's go to another screen and share the screen on this one. Okay. So here we go. Let's go to Google and let's go to this street first, the close street, 611 Haley Street, since I don't have the address on that one. Let's go to Haley. Let's start there. So it looks like 611 Haley Street. From the picture, it looks similar style. Looks like this is a nice street, actually. Nice, decent house. Decent neighborhood. Driving the streets. Ooh, looks nice. A nice street, actually. Haley's winning. Okay, okay, okay. Let's go back. Let's go. I'll get back. I want to make sure you guys can see my screen here. Haley. Okay, good. So let's see what Zillow is saying about this. Foreclosure 113. So that's what the bank wants. So that's 3.2. Estimated rent 1,000. So the rent possibly is correct around 1,000 a month in Haley, but this is what the numbers are. 98. That's a 3.2. It's a 120. That's 140. It's a 170. What did this 170 sell? And that's a 3.2. This sold 175. And it looks like just a basic, well, not basic necessarily, but a nice rehab. What did it sell though? That's what I'm looking for. Sold. Okay, sold 525. Okay, that's a good sign. 525. That one sold. 70. There's a possibility there's a hot area. So I'm going to assume, based on the numbers I see now, it's a brick. And the other property needs to be a brick property as well. It looks like they've really done everything out in this property. It was a total rehab. It wasn't a light rehab. They really went all out. So that tells me to even think about these type of prices, you're going to have to go all in and out on this property to even think about getting it. Looked like they painted inside and out. New roof, gutted it out, brand new. So what they're asking, 45 on that one. It's a possibility it could be a good deal. Let's see. Let's go to let's go to another Haley. Let's just look at Haley Street. Assuming this is close by. Let's look at another property that's sold over there on Haley Street. Look at what they're selling at. Listing removed. And Zillow kind of gives you a gauge. Huh. Harley. The numbers are kind of like all over the place. That's why it's so important to pin it down to the streets in these little towns. So that one could have sold, but there's no other big numbers on this street. So I'm just going to use the average market price of around, I'm just going to say 115. I can get 115 if I gut this property out. I can gut that property out. I can get 115. That's what I'm going to go by. Since there's not a whole lot of sales on these properties, looks like the rental value depends. I would say in these little towns, 635 to 1,000. It's got to be really nice to get that $1,000 rent. It needs to be at least a 3 or 4 bedroom to even be pushing those types of numbers in Albany. You want to find out what's driving the numbers in these little areas as well. So I'm gonna use a conservative number. I'm gonna say I can get 115, and to get 115, they're asking 45. I need this price to be around 29,000 for me to buy it and have some room to make money with this deal. I'm gonna assume then that maybe I could put 40 to 50 in it. This deal. Let's see. So for a minute at 30 plus 45, I'm already in it at 75,000. And if I'm shooting for 115, that's around 40. And minus the real estate commissions and all that, I'm just going to assume I can make 25,000 on this deal. No, even though there's a 40 margin, I just assume that sometime the market change. There's going to be some times that the market's going to sell slower, and if it does sell at the 40, it's a win all day. But I just use those numbers for leverage. So based on this number, I need that deal at 29,000 or less to make 25,000, and that's where I'm at on that deal. For deals like this, or for us to look at your deals, click on the link for our live masterclass where we show you how to analyze the deal, find the deal, the right deal, so that you can profit to turn it into a wholesale deal, a flip, or a rental deal. Click on the link. I'll see you on the inside. Thank you for joining.